Hey guys, Scott here. As many of you know, I took a month off of DBD because I needed a vacation, plus Elden Ring DLC came out, which I was super obsessed with, but after having played that for about 9 hours a day for 30 days straight, I am finally a bit burnt down on it, which is funny because I made a video a month ago saying I was going to take a month off, and it's been exactly 1 month, so I don't know how the hell I gauged my exact level of interest declining at the exact right time, but that was kind of crazy. But I've returned to DBD, and this is sort of what the reaction was. Yeah, it turns out a lot of shit is broken in this patch. This is a new patch that features Lara Croft. That was the main content drop of the patch. There were also huge changes to Singularity and the Night. I played the Singularity, and I gotta say, just as a quick aside, Singularity felt amazing to play. Almost like too strong. I don't know. Like, I always thought Singularity was a very good killer, but was probably very underplayed due to the fact that he was pretty hard to play. There's definitely a lot going on, especially if you're on console. Aiming with the sticks and stuff can be even harder. He's not an easy killer to play, and I'm assuming because of that, we had very low pick rates for the killer, and that's why they gave him seemingly every buff you could possibly give him. So he felt really, really smooth to play now. And it's not like there's any like huge difference in gameplay or changes. It's just everything you do with Singularity is now better. Everything is slightly faster. The auto aim is the only thing I'm not a huge fan of. Basically, if you're trying to hit a survivor directly with your reticle, you'll kind of follow them a little bit, and I don't really like that much. There's also going to be a new auto aim type thing. I believe it's not implemented yet, where you can have the cameras auto aim to a survivor a little bit. Not like it's not going to snap on them or anything, but it's going to help people on console, I think, a bit, which is good. But other than that, I always thought Singularity is a pretty good killer. He basically has Soma Family Photo, which is like a required add-on base kit now. The add-on now hinders for 3%. It used to be a 5% haste, but now it's 3% haste base and 3% hindered with the add-on. So now we're at a 6% differential instead of 5%. So it's technically sort of a buff if you want to look at it that way. Other than that, yeah, everything is just quality of life. You switch to cameras faster, no more insanely long delay when you are near a hook and you're trying to teleport away because the game thinks you're camping even though you're trying to get away from the hook. Basically, everything about him just feels better. Now, was this a change that he needed? I don't personally think so, but I also am totally fine with it. I do understand he was very underplayed because he was, again, very difficult to play. And so if they want to make the killer more accessible with all these quality of life changes, I'm all for that. I don't know if he needed these straight buffs to like actual just recovery time, switching between biopods and cameras and stuff like that. So I'm not going to complain because I love Singularity. In fact, the only reason I stopped playing him, I stopped prestiging him at like level 60, is because I actually had to pay attention a lot and I was looking at chat a lot less. And I like talking to chat when I'm playing. So that's why I play much easier to play killers like Wraith and stuff like that. Even Billy nowadays is much easier. So that's why I stopped playing him. But with all the quality of life now, I feel like he's so good to the point where I can just probably play him and still talk to chat and have a good time. So yeah, he seems very strong right now. And overall, great change. Now, the Knight is a little bit of a mixed bag. On the one hand, I think going against the Knight feels a lot better now. Because the most annoying thing a Knight can do is just shit out a guard right next to you, pincer attack you, you get hit. Woo, excellent counterplay there. Awesome. Now that doesn't really work anymore because you can't spawn a guard right next to you. And also the distance that you actually use your power is now relative to the amount of time that the guard will chase somebody. So it's more of like a distant game delay tool now, which I think was the original intention of the killer. But it does come with the downsides of undoubtedly making the Knight weaker. So now instead of doing a pincer attack right at the loop, you can do a really long path so the guard will chase for 30 seconds or something. So you get to a different corner of the map and then pincer them, but it takes way longer to do that now. So I will let people that play Knight give better judgments than I. Because like I said, I was not a fan of Knight at all. I don't play Knight very much. So my opinions on Knight shouldn't really be listened to at all. I just know as Survivor it feels better to play against, but I do think he feels weaker now. But I'm not knowledgeable enough to comment further on that. I don't like talking about things I don't understand, so I'm just going to let people that play Knight give more of an input on that. Now we come to the bugs themselves. We do have Lara Croft too, and she's got some cool perks. I like Finesse. That's the 20% faster vault perk. It's the only one I've really made good use of so far, but I like it. People have already made videos about her from the PTB, so I don't want to go over that stuff. I'm sure you've already got all your opinions from YouTubers that you could ever want. But the bugs of this patch are numerous in quantity. So just off the top of my head, in one stream, things that I noticed. Oppression just doesn't work sometimes. Wait. There was an oppression, but there was no skill check. If you have Dead Hard equipped, you don't get endurance after being unhooked, even with separate perks like off the record. There's just no endurance whatsoever. For like 9 seconds. Oh, right, I just don't get endurance. Wesker animation bugs are back. Unlucky. Oh. No. Oh. Yeah, DVD, let's go. Dead people make sounds on hook. Wait. What? Oh, no, it's just a glitch survivor making sounds post-mortem. Okay, never mind. I have no idea who she is. Sometimes doing one generator completes multiple generators. Hey, it's the bug. You're right. You can repair generators after the gates are powered.
So sad. Wait, what? Actually?
Wait, why are you able to do the gen?
Sometimes there's just no animation for opening gates. Actually pretty balanced right now. Anti-tunnel perks don't work. I don't animate anymore. I just open the gates with my mind. Bardic Inspiration apparently just doesn't do anything anymore. Borgo's realm has a giant chunk of map missing.
What the fuck is going on here?
There's just random T-posing now. Flashlights apparently break after using a flashbang. Styptic agents no longer work. The new UI is so bad it might as well be a bug. So there are a ton of issues, some very minor, who cares, and some utterly game-breaking in the sense that you finish 3 generators at once sometimes. So there are some very nasty bugs right now that need to be addressed very quickly, because these are not simple things like, oh, hey, this killer's bug, let's kill switch him. It's, oh, the game is fundamentally broken at the moment. So these need to be fixed very, very quickly. It's kind of funny that this is what I came back to, but you know, as long as you don't take the game too seriously, it's whatever. And that's always been my philosophy. So not a huge deal. But yeah, there's definitely a lot wrong with the game right now. And they need to be very, very quick with fixing this stuff. Because yeah, like I said, this is fundamental issues, not just a killer or perk or item or add-on or whatever broken. The entire game is broken. So hopefully we get that fixed up pretty quickly. I am extremely looking forward to that's not a proper sentence. I'm very excited about the 2v8 mode coming out. A little bit less so that I've seen some of the individual changes they're doing, like Hillbilly not being able to one-shot and things like that. That's sort of weird. I'm just going to take it as it comes. I'm sure it's going to be a train wreck in terms of balance. I don't really care at this point. It's the first attempt at doing it. I just want to do it. I just want to play killer with my friends. That just sounds awesome. I don't care how broken it is. I just want to do it. So I'm going to take this very, very generously and just give them a whole bunch of wiggle room to fuck things up and to be unbalanced and to be a horrible mess. I just don't really care. It seems like a new fun thing to try, and that's all I care about. So that is it. I am definitely back to DBD. And in terms of Elden Ring, it's the sort of the same thing that happened with me stopping playing Elden Ring in general. I used every new item. I used every new spell, unless there's like a new patch or something where they actually make a lot of the things that were pretty bad actually usable. I don't have too much of an incentive to come back. I just sat down to start streaming it yesterday, and I was sitting there on my mage, and I was like, I actually don't want to play anymore. So I got to that point where I'm a little bored of it, and I'm sort of waiting for a patch for something new there. So that's what's going on with me. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.